You may be alike, but you got no soul. Coming through the others, moving nice and slow. Push you through the wall with your go, go, go. Blowing up the sight, saying, oh God, no. Every day it's later and I got no time for salty haters and their twists of line. You can waste your energy, that's perfectly fine. Don't think for a second that you're touching mine. I live in a dream where I do not exist. So deep down I am way above all of this. You keep tripping round, baby, you do you. 'Cause I'm going out and the only way out is through.
Hi! Welcome to Easy Update. This week, I wanted to hear emotional stories from the allies about not story-related things in games, but moments in gameplay or controls or just cool, innovative, like, surprising things in games that made you feel something.
Yeah.
That gave you feels.
Feels.
I've got a couple. Last time I did mine quick real first. I think I'll save mine for the end this time.
Cool.
Maybe. So Brad, what have you got?
So Ian, there's this company called FromSoftware.
I'm aware. I've
From
heard
Japan.
of them. Okay.
They make some games. I don't know if you're familiar with them, like Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne.
Okay. I think I've heard of those.
Okay. So
Not sure though.
there's NPCs in this game.
All right.
That give you quests, give you items, they sell you stuff, all that good stuff. Everyone loves from NPCs. These games though, you can attack and kill these characters.
Ah.
And if you kill them, most of the time, too bad, that's it. If they have an item you want, too bad, you don't get it.
Gone forever.
So, try not to kill them, obviously, most of the time. There's been numerous times where I've been talking to these NPCs, and I put my controller down for a second for something like that. Then my character just does a big old heavy attack.
You bump that R2.
Boom! Using the Great Dragonbone Smasher on poor Stockpile Thomas, man.
Oh man.
Everyone gets pissed at you, they fight you. Hitting poor Solaire.
Yeah.
Doing the quest lines, trying to do the best I can. They just get angry at you and they try to kill you, man. And you have no choice.
Playthrough.
Yeah, and you have no choice but sometimes to kill them, dude. And when it's an awesome character you really care about, dude, it feels real bad.
Feels
dude.
bad.
It feels real bad.
I think the Onion Knight was the big one for me. Trying to save him from like the acid pit.
Sigmar.
Yeah, Sigmar just
Yeah.
not getting him.
I've definitely done that too.
Oh,
He fights valiantly, then just dies, and you're like, no.
so sad.
Yeah, so sad.
So sad. Thanks, Brad.
Yeah.
Daniel Bloodworth, make me feel something.
All right. Super Metroid.
Wait, are you Daniel Bloodworth?
Yeah.
Super Metroid?
You get down into the depths. You open this door that's like in the bottom of the floor, and you just drop in. And then this huge red monster filling the whole cavern just starts coming at you.
Yeah.
Coming at you, shoving you back into a corner, and you keep firing, you keep firing. Nothing you do is hurting this thing. It does not die. You can push it a little bit, but it just keeps coming.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like if you push it far enough back, you start to see there's lava behind it.
Oh.
And then you're like, all right, okay. So you push it a bit more, and then it falls through the crust into the lava, and you just, I got it. I beat this thing. I've gotten through it. Turn around, start walking back to see, if there's any, hidden items or anything. Crash! The whole wall just crumbles, and there is the Crocomyre's skeleton coming right at you, and then it collapses and dies.
So good. So good. So what were you feeling? Fear?
Yeah, it's just like this whole mix of like you've got this tension. You're struggling and fighting and just trying to do everything you can to survive, and then you get that relief, and then the panic.
Yeah.
When it's still alive. But then, yeah, it lets you off a little easy.
Love it. You got any feels?
Should I do
for
the
us?
thing?
What thing? Which thing?
I got some feels.
You got the feels?
Yeah, this is definitely an emotion that no video game has ever given me before or since. So I'm playing a game called Noire.
Okay.
And in the video game, I'm on a mission where I have to find a cab driver. And I'm like, okay, I gotta find this cab driver, and you gotta get on like his routine, and they give you like a loop that you keep going around. They're like, this is his loop. You'll find him somewhere. So then like, oh, I see the cab. Now I gotta tail him. And they're like, okay, pull the cabbie over and talk to him. So I'm like, all right. So pull the cabbie over, go up to the door, opens the door, and it's my brother's friend, Michael Cornaccia. Who's like, hey, what's the problem? And like, this was the first time in a video game that it wasn't like, oh, I recognize that voice. Or like, oh, I've seen that actor. It was like, I personally know that exact person. And it wasn't the first time. Amanda was in a play with somebody like a couple months before that I shot and killed. And then like walked by and saw his dead body on the ground. And Noire was like, sorry, Bruce. Gotta do the mission.
What did you do to the cab driver brother-in-law?
I think we asked him at someone he picked up at a bar.
Oh,
someone
okay.
was missing, and we
so
were
you
like,
didn't beat him up or anything?
I don't think I roughed him up. But he was sure sour. He got pulled over by the cops.
Sure was sour.
That was such a bizarre feeling to have this like recognizable face flying out of the video game.
Did it take you out? Did it take you out of the video game?
No, because it was so believable. It's like I recognized him, but it's like I've seen friends in plays and film and stuff like that before, and that didn't take me out. It was just when I go see a film or especially like commercials, I'm always ready for like knowing somebody. And in games, no, and not since because they don't do that technology anymore.
They don't do that anymore.
So
get those faces in there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Noire. Thanks, Brandon. Huber's worried that his doesn't count.
I'm worried mine doesn't count.
Let's see. What is it?
So you can tell me. All right, it's Metal Gear Solid 3.
It counts.
Okay. Spoilers for Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
To mute me.
Yeah.
If I'm here, it's getting spoiled.
If you can see Huber,
there are spoilers.
There are spoilers happening.
Okay. End of the game. The most dramatic, one of the most emotional and epic fights against the boss, your mentor, in the Field of Flowers.
Yeah.
Incredible fight. CQC. She's breaking apart your weapons. You finally get the final blow. And there's a cinematic, but then it comes back to the game.
Yeah.
And it's just you above her with her gun pointed at her dead or soon to be dead body. And the first time I had played that game, the very first time through, I didn't know.
Right.
So I just sat there for like minutes. I was like, is this some Kojima like ladder thing? Like what is going on? Who's gonna come right now? Someone's gonna stop this. He can't do it. What if this just like, this is how the game ends? The credits are about to roll any second. It's like, no, you have to pull the trigger. You have to deliver the fatal shot to the boss.
Yeah.
And it was just...
That absolutely counts.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, it was so intense.
They make you pull the trigger.
Yeah, it was... At the time, too, because, I just didn't know what to expect. I didn't even know that that was going to be a thing, and that still stays with me.
Yeah. I love... Oh, man, that game.
Snake Eater!
You get caught up in the Snake Eater! Hi, Ben.
Hi!
Emotions.
Emotions.
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Have you felt them?
Sometimes.
I see.
Sometimes light pierces the darkness.
Tell me about it.
But this is a dark moment I've got for you. Yeah.
A bad one.
Broke my little heart.
Yeah, okay.
I think I may have told this story before. I've definitely talked about this character before. So a big game for me is Phantasy Star Online, and part of the reason I was so into it is because I just couldn't believe I was using plugging my Dreamcast into the internet and playing with people across the world.
Yeah.
It meant so much to me. I wasted an entire summer leveling up my human ranger Gohan with spiky, like neon blue hair. And I got really attached, and I got really far. I put a lot of time into it. I did like research about the game as much as I could online and stuff. And people were so nice to me. People were so nice online, and I met people. We talked about Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see it today. Are you gonna go see it?" And it was really cool. And then one day I woke up, and somebody somehow had hacked my. I don't know how they did it, but my character was gone.
Oh no!
They just deleted it.
Oh.
And I don't know. At the time, I wasn't aware that that could happen. And all that progress that I put in, it just completely devastated me. And because of that, I was so distraught, so upset by it, that I didn't play any games at all for a couple of weeks. I was just like, no, this is not how I'm going to spend like the final week of my summer or whatever it was. So, yeah.
Devastating.
It was devastating. It's you don't like this story?
Huber doesn't like this story.
There is some silver lining though.
Oh.
To end it on a slightly positive note.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So the same thing happened to me in World of Warcraft, where I got my account hacked. They didn't delete my character; they just like took all the stuff off of it, and I was like, whatever, you can't faze me. Nothing will hurt as much as the loss of Gohan, and so I kind of breezed right by that one.
So past trauma made you grow as a person.
It strengthened me.
Yeah. An important life lesson. Thank you, Phantasy Star. Right. Damiani's here.
How's it going, Ian?
What game are you talking about?
I want to talk about Ryme.
Oh, a recent game.
A recent game.
I haven't even played this, and I want to.
My answer before I played Ryme would have been Link's Awakening, which would have been the ending.
Yeah.
Which I found, like, as a kid, made me pretty upset.
Yeah.
Ryme's ending,
Okay, wait. Are we getting into spoiler mode?
Yes.
All right.
So here, sorry.
If Damiani is on screen, it's spoilers. I'm gonna plug my ears, and I'm just gonna kind of like look at you and nod and try not to understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Sound good?
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. So Ryme is a.
It's not working.
I'll talk quiet here.
I'll just hear it.
Okay. Ryme is really good at disguising what the story is about. It's not an overt story, but there are little pieces here and there, and it makes you wonder. You think there's a big twist,
right?
Because you keep getting these glimpses of some. Basically, you wake up on this island like you've been shipwrecked, and you keep getting glimpses back to the ship at the sea, and you think that's the big mystery. And I'm like, oh, we're gonna find out how the boy got like stranded. And throughout the game, you see these clues about this kingdom and a king and his son, and the mom died, and like, so you're like, oh, you must be the prince son trying to get back to like the king, and this must be a fallen kingdom. So when you get to the end of the game, it cuts from all these fantastical worlds and fantasy environments to like this house on a beach, this little like wooden house on a beach, and you're playing as an old man. Oh. And I'm like, whoa, is it the old guy? Did he become old or something? You find out the game is about the boy you've been playing died. You were dead. It was you in purgatory coming to grips with the fact that you are dead, and all the worlds you conceived as the old man, you like walk into the bedroom of the kid, and you see all the toys and stuff, and those toys are what the kid brought to life in the worlds. And they don't tell you the stage names till the end of the game. It's the stages of like dealing with death of grief. Whoa. So it's like, you know, denial, anger, acceptance, like all of that. Each chapter is that.
Damn.
So the moment at the end where like the father, like you see all that, and then the son like completes his last thing, like it hit me at the part where he jumps through like this kind of like looks like a portal thing, and you see all these like creepy things jumping in. I'm like, wait, are these souls? Wait, is this gonna go where I think it? Anyway, point was, the way it was put together in the end, like I had to like walk away from the game for like an hour. Like I went into like my bathroom and I was like, oh, I was like so upset. I was just like, wow, I cannot play this game again.
Yeah.
And it was like really upsetting. So I was like, whoa, I can't believe a game has done this. It was like Link's Awakening was like the last game that like got me this emotionally upset. So like, yeah, it's really good to like go play to that end, but wow, it got me like really upset.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that sounds really good.
It was a strong ending.
Did you play Bound?
No, I did not play Bound.
You should play Bound.
Oh.
It's
Is it
I don't want
on-
to say anything, but
Can I play it on Steam or PS4? What did I play
PS4,
it on?
PS4, and it's on PS4 VR too if you have that.
Oh,
but
God,
you don't.
VR.
No, yeah, but you don't
man.
have to play it in VR. It's got regular too.
Yeah.
And I beat it in literally one sitting. I didn't even take a bathroom break.
Cool.
I would recommend Bound to you.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks, Damiani.
No problem.
My two, I've got two, and like Huber and Damiani, they're spoilers. I'm gonna spoil the game Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons and Shadow of the Colossus. So if you don't want those spoiled, stop watching, I guess. But Shadow of the Colossus is an easy one because you find it, you're told to go and do this thing, you know, because it's a video game. You just do it. You don't question it. You go and kill all these colossi, and then you find out at the end that that's actually the wrong thing to do. That's the bad thing to do. And just like, yes, it's the story, but the action that you went through and you did all this and you didn't question it. Like all these re-releases of Shadow of the Colossus, I can't bring myself to play them again because I just can't do it. I can't kill these monsters because they're actually good. And then Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, the whole game you're playing with two analog sticks controlling each of the brothers. And then at one point, one of the brothers dies, and I was sitting there and I was controlling the joystick of the one brother, you know. And again, if you're listening to this and you haven't played that, stop playing this, or stop listening to this, because it's such a beautiful moment where you have to come to the realization yourself. And I think it heightens the emotional impact of this moment. But you realize that you have to use both joysticks as this kid now. And it just hit me so hard because it was like, oh, you know, your brother is gone, but he's still with you. And like the strength that he taught you hasn't left you. And that was exemplified during gameplay with the joysticks. And I just think that that's so cool to tie the narrative to the gameplay like that. It's just amazing. But anyway, spoilers done. Thank you for watching. That's emotional gameplay. Easy update. Good night and good game.
8 custom CPU cores clocked at 2.3 gigahertz, 326 gigabytes a second of memory bandwidth, 1172 megahertz GPU. With 4 custom compute units and 12 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory. But the 1 terabyte hard drive and that 4K UHD Blu-ray displayer. All of your 4K gaming support and that VR support. There it is.
John going with that.
I love the thing.
Every genre.
Like all of that 4K support.